All right, so this demo is how to do an at-home brow cleanup with our little Ilia at-home brow cleanup kit. I'm gonna go through everything that is in this little pouch here. Just so you know, I'll be looking up a little bit. I've got a mirror right behind me so I can see really good when I'm doing my brows. Again, this is for a brow cleanup during quarantine. I highly do not recommend that you attempt to put an arch in your brows. Please leave that to us for when we reopen. But anyhow, I know everybody's just kind of over their brows growing. I've been getting requests, and this is what we came up with, and this is how you're able to do this. It does not have wax in it. It's actually a sugar that we're using. So I'm gonna go through, show you what to do. So this is actually the sugar, and I apologize about the packaging. Right now it's really hard to get the exact packaging that I would like, but hey, we're doing with what we've got, and everybody's packaging might look a little bit differently, but you will have all of the same products in there. All right, so the first thing that we're going to get out is our remove. So you're gonna have a little tiny spray bottle, and I will mark this will be marked, so you'll know which one is which because you actually have two in there, and they're different products. But the first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna cleanse our brows. So this is our remove, which is a waterless makeup remover. And so whether you have eyeshadow on or brow pencil, I've got no makeup on today. Today was one of those no makeup days. But you are going to, after you've washed your hands, I've already washed my hands, but after you wash your hands, you're going to wipe clean the area that you're going to be waxing. So this is removing all excess oils. The other thing you're going to want to make sure that is out of the way is your hair. So put your hair up in a ponytail, use one of the headband wraps that you might have gotten maybe in your quarantine facial kit. So you're gonna take one of these little 2x2s, spray it, and then you're gonna wipe clean everything. Then you're gonna take another 2x2, like this little square, and you're going to dry the area. So then you're gonna take the little spoolie that's in here. There's a lot of products and a lot of fun little things. You're gonna kind of brush up a little bit, up and out. You're just gonna get your brows ready to wax. Again, this is for a cleanup, not a full brow shape. All right, you've got lots of tiny little wax sticks, so you can set those out. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to open my sugar that I have here. This is really sticky. Now, the cool thing about this sugar, say, you're putting it on and maybe one of your kids comes and bumps your arm, something like that, or maybe the dog barks and you get a little scared and you accidentally get the sugar somewhere else. My hair's going a little crazy tonight. You can just take a warm washcloth or one of those little warm 2x2s. You're gonna get 10 of those little 2x2s. So you can take a warm washcloth, hot washcloth, and just wipe it off. So if you accidentally get this somewhere, or maybe you drop it, maybe it spills, anything like that, hopefully during shipping everything was okay. If you're local, we're definitely gonna try and keep them upright the whole time. So before you use it, just make sure that it's upright for a little bit to make sure that the sugar is at the bottom. As you can see, I actually just came from Ilia, and this was on its side. Totally fine though. All right, so with the sugar, again, you don't have to heat this up. You are gonna get about a pea size of sugar, and if you got some strings, just do a little loop-de-loop until the strings stop. You're gonna get about a pea size of sugar, and I'm gonna look in the mirror up here, and you're gonna hold your skin tight, and basically the skin is heating up the sugar, and you're gonna apply it just like wax, and we're actually gonna take it off just like wax. Again, if it gets in an area that you did not want it, just get some warm water, take it off. All right, so I've got this on here. This is gonna continue to warm up because of my body temperature. When we're in the treatment rooms, we never ever double dip a stick. So if you're gonna be using this kit, like maybe on your daughter or your sister or something like that, please don't double dip the sticks. You are gonna have plenty of sticks in here to do probably at least 2 at-home waxes. Next thing you're gonna grab one of these little strips in here. So again, pull the skin a little bit taut. You're going to apply that with some pressure. Now you don't want to move it around too much because again, it is heating up underneath the skin. So say you got really close to your brow line and you're pushing, you're putting a lot of pressure and heating up, that sugar is getting a little bit up into where you don't want to go. So again, better be safe than on the sorry side. So just a little bit of pressure, and then you're going to hold your skin taut and you're going to pull back in that. You're not going to pull up on a 90-degree angle. You're going to pull right back in line with the strip. Again, this is this is great. Because this is not wax, it's not going to harden. It's actually going to continue to get softer. And there's only about 3 or 4 ingredients in this. So it's really user-friendly and great for anybody who has sensitive skin. So you're going to pull one quick swipe, and then you're going to apply pressure. So this was actually perfect timing. I was getting requests for at-home brow kits, and my brows needed done. And I only wax mine about two or 3 times a year. But if you can see, I've got my little hairs on there. That's not a really good picture, but anyhow, you can see them down here. They came off really well. Now, you're not going to use this strip again. You're going to fold it so the wax doesn't get in the way, or the sugar doesn't get in the way. And now you're going to move over to under the other brow. So I'm taking a new stick, getting about a pea size of sugar. You're gonna have to move slow through the sugar because again, this is not something that is heated, but it is a soft sugar to make sure that it can move on your brows. All right, I'm gonna look in the mirror as I apply this. I'm gonna hold my skin taut. And if you feel like it needs to heat up a little bit, just hold it here for a second or 2 and then begin to move it. All right. So I've got my sugar applied where I want that applied. And I've got a tiny bit of extra sugar over here. I'm just going to use another strip to get that little hairs off. And I'm using the opposite side of the strip to go on here. All right, so again, put a little bit of pressure. Make sure that that sugar gets around the hairs, but you don't want to push it up into the other brow hairs. All right, so I actually just got a little bit of sugar on my finger, and this is actually such a small amount that I can just wipe it off. But if you do get a lot of sugar on your fingers, then just use some warm soapy water and it'll come off. All right, I'm gonna hold tight and pull and apply pressure. Definitely got the hairs, and I'm got a little extra sugar, so I folded this in half using the opposite end. Gonna just get these down here and apply pressure. All right, next area we're gonna go is in the middle. Again, take your little spoolie if you need to realign your brows. All right, I got my little pea size of sugar again. I'm gonna look in the mirror as I do this. I'm just gonna hold it here for a second before I bring it up. Again, these are really thin layers. It's not a thick layer of sugar. And if you've got hair down in here, you are welcome to bring that sugar down. All right, you're gonna take another wax strip that you have not used, and you're going to apply it right here. Hold your skin taut, pull, and pressure. Because I know I'm not getting close to the other brow, I'm going to continue to use that same strip. Hold tight, pull, and pressure. Now, to get the rest that I missed, I've got some hairs on here. I'm gonna fold that over, use the other side that does not have any sugar on, pull, and just do a little bit of cleanup here. Now, as you can see, my brows are getting pink like crazy. That is completely normal for me. Most people's brows are a little pink. I'm just in the process of getting another pea size right here. Now I'm gonna look in the mirror again and I'm gonna go on this other side. This soft sugar heats up really, really quickly. But again, if you need to leave it here for a couple seconds and then bring it up, you can do that. All right, again, if it's getting stringy, just do some little loop-de-loops, good to go. All right, got a new strip. Gonna put that on here. There's a lot of products and a lot of supplies that we go through when we're doing waxing. All right, I'm gonna hold my skin tight, pull and pressure. That pressure is gonna really help take that sting away quicker than later. Again, if you got some hairs down here, you're welcome to put the wax down in this area as well. All right, I'm gonna take my little spoolie. I'm just gonna, this time, I do not recommend doing the tops of your brows up here at home. If you've got some strays that aren't really on the brow, you can do it. My main strays are in this area right here. So I'm just gonna do the edges right here. Oh yeah, you can see my little burns here. This is why the video is a little bit later than normal. I grabbed the wrong end of the curling iron yesterday, but it's all good. Put some frankincense and lavender, some CBD, some burn cream, wrap the fingers, and we're good to go. All right, so I'm going to hold this here for a second. I feel it's just a little bit chilled. Again, this glides along the skin really easily, and I actually got way too much for that area, but that's all right. All right, so I'm gonna grab another little strip here, and I'm going to apply it right here. Gonna hold my skin tight, pull, and apply pressure. I've got a little bit of sugar, so I'm just folding this over. All right, now I'm gonna take one more of these little tiny sticks, get another little pea size here, and apply the sugar right here. Again, this is solely meant for a cleanup, not a full brow shaping. It's really, really difficult to do a full brow shaping on yourself. I actually don't do full brow shapings on myself because it is impossible to see both brows at the same time. Pull and pressure. My hands are getting a little bit sticky, so I'm just gonna finish this before I wash my hands. I'm just gonna wash my hands really quick just because they're getting a little sticky for me. If you are going to maybe wax your daughter's brows, your sister's brows, you know, somebody that is in your family, I highly recommend wearing gloves. You definitely don't want to pass any bacteria along to anyone else. All right, so I'm going to fan these out. I always like to brush my brows up and then come out a little bit. So I like to brush them up, give them a little fluff, make them come out. So again, there are definitely some brows that, some little hairs that the wax did not get. Again, that is because it was too close to the brow line for me to comfortably get that with the wax. So I've got my little tweezers here, and I'm just gonna go in. I'm not shaping them, but I do see that this little guy is a stray, and that's Makes me nervous going in. I'm gonna just do just a few around here that I know do not belong. So only get the ones that you know don't belong. I definitely don't want you taking too much off, so just be really careful. All right, so my brows are sugared because we didn't use wax. The other thing that we would normally do in a brow wax is trim them. Again, trimming is really difficult to do on your own, but if you have the little tiny scissors at home, you are welcome to do that, where you take them up, and I always kind of point cut down into the brows versus across, so you don't get that harsh line across your brows. Sorry, gotta drink some water here. But you can trim them up if you need to. All right, so the next thing you're gonna take out of your little kit here, I know this little bag has a lot of goodies in it. This is actually the bottom of the bag. All right, so you're gonna take the other little tube. This is our desert toner. This has rose water, some lavender, and frankincense, so it's really soothing for the skin. And as you can see, because we didn't use wax and we actually used the sugar, my brows are already, or my skin rather, is already starting to calm down. All right, so I just sprayed on here. Sorry you missed that. Just some little sprays on there to apply the toner on here. You're just gonna wipe gently. It's gonna feel nice and cool on your brows. And if you got extra desert toner, we definitely filled these up full, so you'll have enough to use after your brow wax if you wanted to give it a try as a toner. All right, so after all of that, here's my little wax pile. Let's see how many sticks I use. 1, 2, 3. I use 6 sticks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 sticks is what you that's about what you should need. You may need a little bit more. Again, we're putting about 20 to 25 sticks in this little bag here, so you'll have plenty to do. And y'all, I have a ton of sugar left over. So if you need your lip done, follow the same steps that we did for the brows if you're doing your lip. So if you're doing your lip, make sure you cleanse, make sure you prep it, and you apply this way, and then right in through here. And you want to make sure that your skin is taut when you're pulling the sugar off. So tuck your lip in and pull. All right, so I put the desert toner on my brows. Now I've got my cute little oil right here. This is some of our Vital oil. I'm just gonna do 3 drops here. And again, this is gonna help soothe the brows. If you've ever had a brow wax at Elia, you know that we do little massages afterwards, and that helps take the redness down, but it also helps you relax you. We've had so many people tell us that, you know, it's the most relaxing brow wax they've ever had at Elia. And, you know, a lot of that is because of the massage that we do at the end here. This is also bringing a little bit of blood flow to the surface. So if you need your hairs to grow a little bit more, this is something that you could actually do on a daily basis. So I'm just doing little pinches in through here. It feels really good. It's definitely not the same as getting your brows done, but it is better than not doing them at all. Just gonna pull up and through here, and if you're like me, sinuses and allergies have been going crazy, so I always like to hold right in through here, do some pressure points. Move your fingers over. You're gonna use nice firm pressure if you're gonna do this at the end here. Again, if you got any Vital left over, which you will, we definitely put more than what you need in the little bottles. feel free to give it a go. Give it a little try. Use it as your moisturizer. About three to 4 drops is actually good for your entire face, but I knew I was going to do a little bit of massaging, so I just did 3 drops just for this little area here. All right, and then of course we take our little spoolie, give them a nice little fluff again, comb them out to what you want them, how you like them to lay. And y'all, that should hold you over until Elia reopens. We cannot wait to see you at Elia and give you a nice relaxing brow wax. Make sure you have ample light when you're doing your brows. And when you're done, make sure you cover that back up so no dust, any bacteria will enter that so you can use it again safely. So, and when you're done, just put anything that you have not used back into your little bag. Everything will fit, I promise. And there's the oil. And our little remove. Again, these will be labeled, these are labeled in your bags. So, thank you so much, and thank you for being amazing. We cannot wait to see you at Elia. Stay safe, stay well, and we'll see you soon. Great brows, by the way.